Hello everybody, welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna do some planner de-influencing, where I talk you out of buying planner accessories that you don't need or that you don't need more of. I personally know how easy it is to end up buying things that you won't actually use, and I feel like overspending in the planner community is kind of something that we tend to not talk about, but it is definitely there. I'm first going to preface this video by saying that I will be mentioning a lot of beloved products, so if I mention a product and you are getting lots of use out of it, that's amazing, and this video is not directed at you. Let's get started. The first non-necessity I want to discuss are planner clips and planner charms. If you've just joined the planner community, I'm sure you're tempted to buy this little guy right here. This is the brass clip from the Travelers Company, and it's amazing and it does what it sets out to do. But this guy alone is $24 Canadian, which is very expensive. Try to look around for other clips that you might already own before you make the jump to something like that. This is a very simple binder clip. It's very tiny. It's a binder clip for ants, but they obviously make bigger ones. And this one comes in a pack of like 20 and it's like $7, okay? So just before you make a larger purchase, like a Hobonichi or a Travelers Company, try to consider what you already have at home and whether or not it serves its function or its purpose. Because if it does, then you likely won't need one of these guys unless you need like a super high capacity, like if you're an artist and you want to grip down lots of pages. On that same note, I also don't recommend buying the charms from the planner company because it is something that just very easily accrues, and you likely won't use all of the ones that you end up buying. So that's something else to consider. Number two, it's gonna be these multicolored gel sets, and I'm talking about ones that come in huge sets of, let's say, 10 to 20. You might only actually want or use 1 to 5 of those colors, so I would suggest actually buying them individually. This is the Pentel Energel 0.7 in the pink color, and I use this color exclusively in my planner for crossing out dates and events because my eye is drawn to it. Could I have bought the 10 pack, which comes with yellow, green, blue, purple, and everything I could have wanted? Yeah, I could have, but that would have, again, run me much more money than had I just bought the one color that I had my eye on, which was this guy, which is probably about $2 to $3. So again, try to be selective about which ones you want. In the same vein as the multicolored gel pens, we have the multicolored highlighters. This is obviously something that I have failed at, as you can see. The mild liners especially, I am a sucker for. And these guys here by Zebra, they are sold in packs anywhere between like 5, and they have some larger packs of about 10 of these guys. And these are so fun. But again, I would recommend buying them individually, even more so than the gel pens, because these guys dry out, right? So if you buy a huge pack, you might only use a couple colors with frequency or with intensity, right? And then you're letting the other ones have a chance to dry out. Whereas if you buy a few select colors that you really, really want and you think you're really going to use, then by the time they start to dry out, you'll be ready to buy another pack, and it'll be fresh and it'll be juicy and it'll be wonderful. The final product in my non-necessity category is going to be a name brand planner. This one here is from Hobonichi, and I feel like when you enter the planner community, you very quickly become aware of this sort of hierarchy that is placed in planner supplies. A lot of planners do use Hobonichis, but if you're new here, don't feel pressured to, okay? You don't need an expensive planner to be a legitimate planner, and any notebook that you have lying around can become a super functional planner. Obviously, if you don't want to make your own spreads, there are lots of more inexpensive planners out there, so don't just gravitate towards a Hobonichi or a Jibun because you feel the pressure like you need to. Do it only if it's something that you feel like would actually benefit you. And don't be afraid to go for something that's a little less expensive, because you know what? These guys are expensive. They are. And don't let that pressure break the bank for you, because there are other great alternatives out there. Moving on to planner multiples, the first one that I want to include, you guys already knew this was coming, it's going to be planner covers. Okay, planner covers are great, they can be colorful, they're super functional, and they're there to protect your planner. I love having a cover on every single one of my planners. However, this is something that can become extremely excessive in consumption because people start buying them for the aesthetic rather than the functionality. If you have reached the point where every one of your planners has a cover on it and you still have a stack of planner covers not being used, this could indicate that you don't need any more, okay? Especially with ones that are leather and they're custom made or they've been stamped. These guys can get pretty expensive pretty quickly, and like I said, they just become clutter, right? They sit on the corner of your desk and they're collecting dust. Meanwhile, all the planners that you're using day to day definitely have a planner cover on them. I can almost promise you that your planners have covers on them already. So I know Hobonichi just released some beautiful covers, and if you really, really want one, go for it, but just be mindful of how much you're consuming and how much the price is, and then look to see what you already have already. The next planner multiple that you don't need more of are pen or pencil cases. And this is kind of similar to the planner covers because once again, these guys are great and they're useful and they protect all of your supplies. But if you have several empty ones lying around, they aren't serving any purpose and can become clutter. I bet that there are only one or two go-to pen and pencil cases that you either use or that you even like. And once you start getting into the territory of like Delphonics or these expensive leather pen cases for fountain pens, the price can go up exponentially. Meanwhile, these guys are sitting around just empty, right? Unless you want to put something else in there, and they're really serving no purpose. So before you shop for another pen or pencil case, look at the ones that you're already using. How's the capacity? You know, is it working? Is it keeping everything safe? And if the answer is yes and it's good, then maybe you don't need another one. This next one is going to be a big call out for everybody, myself included. I am very, very guilty of this. You don't need any more washi tape, stickers, sticker kits, sticky notes, or page flags, okay? I am personally very guilty, but growing up an anxious kid, I had a hard time placing down stickers, and this led to sticker hoarding in my adult years. So as you can see, I do own a lot of stickers, and do I use each of these every single day? The answer is no, and I feel like it would be pretty impossible to use every sticker you own every day unless you have like a billion notebooks on the go. So all I'm saying is that there's no point in having containers upon containers of these beautiful stickers and washi tapes if they're not being put to their use, right? Because otherwise they're sad. I think of these stickers as sad because they're in this like cellophane wrap and they're not getting the individual appreciation that they need. So let your stickers shine, use them up, and then go ahead and buy yourself some new stickers as a reward for using your stickers. And same goes for washi tapes, and same goes for page flags, all right? Because I know you have those too. And finally, last but not least, you do not need another notebook. I don't even have to elaborate. I know you have some lying around already. There's nothing more to say. You don't need another one. Let's move on. Okay, everybody, that was my little planner de-influencing, going over some of the accessories and then some of the multiples that I personally think you don't need. Let me know your thoughts. Am I right or am I completely off the mark? I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.